Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 4, Episode 16 of Pretty Little Liars for the As Seen on TV podcast. I'm your host, Dom. And with me, I have Omikins, my co-host.
Hi.
How's it going?
Really good.
Yeah? What'd you think of this episode?
I don't know. Teenage girls, I want to slap some bitches.
Whoa! Why?
All of them are being stupid.
All of them?
All of them.
Who's being the most stupid?
The most, no.
The most stupider?
I mean, the least stupid would
The
be
more
Emily.
stupidest.
More stupid. The least stupid is Emily. I mean, she hasn't really done anything other than, whatever. I think Spencer is probably the one that's done the most this episode would make her the least, the one that would get the most bitch slaps.
Yeah. And where does Hannah fall on this list?
I think Hannah and Arya are kind of equal because they're both doing stupid boy things.
See, I want to throw this out. We're going to start with this because this is ridiculous, but I've heard this theory for a while now. I meant to bring it up a few episodes ago, and I completely forgot. There's been a lot of rumor floating around that Arya is A. Could you see that at all? I mean, she's in on it. Not in on it, but she's in the middle of all of it. So
she is in the middle of all of it, but I mean, we haven't seen anything more than her ditzy side, kind of. Yeah, sure, she's artistic or whatever, but I really haven't seen any great lengths of intellect coming from her. If anything, Spencer would be A.
Could see that, but then, there's always little things that happen that I'm like, well, only Arya knew this, and, Jake's punching bag, for example, this episode is kind of convenient that he just happened to have this conversation with Arya, and then next thing we know, there's a
there was a break.
Set of knives in there.
Basically, Jake told Arya, then Arya told Ezra, and then there was there's probably a 5-hour time span. Of course, there wasn't a 5-hour time span when you're watching the show, but I mean, there was enough time for our Ezra to get in there.
It looked like Ezra
or an A entity would get it and get there.
What it looked like to me is Arya baked some brownies and realized that they had chocolate fudge and no whipped cream. So Ezra ran out, grabbed the whipped cream, came back. During that time, could he have put the entire set of kitchen knives inside Jake's punching bag? Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have.
He could have.
And the way they cut it and edited that whole scene, I think that's exactly what they wanted you to think. So I don't think he did it. I think he's being framed. I'm not so quick to jump on the Ezra is evil bandwagon. I'm not. I don't believe Ezra is as evil as people are making him out to be.
I don't know. For a while there, I thought Arya's dad was connected to A.
Very well could be.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
haven't seen much of her parents.
His ears are pierced. He doesn't wear earrings, but his ears are pierced. Something's up with him.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. Come on, you didn't notice that? That was the first thing I noticed, in episode 1, season 1. I was like, his ears are pierced. I was like, that's kind of weird.
I mean, you can't really, would you take the time to make, put fake earlobes on?
Yeah.
That's the actual person's ears pierced. It wasn't the character's ears being pierced and
exactly
refusing to wear earrings.
Exactly. So if the character doesn't have pierced ears, then the actor should fix them for the episode. Come on, I pay a little too much attention to detail. A little too much. So, I don't know. I think Ezra's innocent. I think he's being framed. I think they want you to think he's evil just because of the way they showed you that big cliffhanger in the mid-season finale. We haven't exactly seen him do anything directly.
No.
We saw he got a little mad this episode. This is
Mm-hmm.
the first time we've seen an angry side of Ezra.
I don't think he's gonna be the last time either.
No.
I have a feeling that Jake is gonna just, rip that right out of him, and Arya's gonna see and be like, "Oh shit, who is this guy? I don't know. I don't know this Ezra."
Well, we see him talking to an unknown blonde,
Mm-hmm.
and talking is not quite the right word for it. He's having a very heated argument. He starts screaming at her, and then he slams his hand down on the back of her car, and she drives off. And he goes, says something along the lines of, "This isn't the last of it. You ruined everything." He later tells Arya that it was Maggie's lawyer. Do you buy that?
No,
No.
I don't think, if he's on the A train, then it definitely was somebody connected. But I don't see the A plan being ruined in any way. So it's an unknown entity as far as we know, right?
Yeah, I don't. It's I. You get a pretty good look at the woman in the car, and it's nobody that we've seen so far. At first watching, didn't really pay much attention to it. I had to go back and look. But first watching, I thought it was Mrs. De Laurentiis at first, and then watched again, and I was like, no. Thinking back on it, I was like, maybe it was Maggie, and no, it wasn't. It was
Her
just
hair was too long.
yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. But speaking of Maggie, do you think we're gonna see any more of her? The actress Larissa Olenek, she used to play Alex Mack in
Yes.
Secret World of Alex
Oh my
Mack. So,
god.
I have not seen
Whoa.
her since, what was it? 10 Things I Hate About You? I
Yeah.
think was the last thing that I saw her in, with Heath Ledger. So she to me fell off the face of the earth after Alex Mack and 10 Things I Hate About You. So it was nice to see her these last few seasons, whatever. She was last season and this season, and we haven't really seen very much of her this season.
I don't think we've, seen the last one. I mean, the whole thing with Ezra and Malcolm is still kind of at the top of Ezra's things to do. He wants to get that settled. Even though Malcolm's not his kid, he's trying very, very hard to get some sort of parental time with him. Cares about him.
Yeah. So, what about your favorite potential couple? Hannah and Travis.
Hannah's. This is why I'm like, all the girls need to be slapped, because Hannah's being really stupid about this. She's not giving herself any time to recover. She's still obviously hooked on Caleb with that, phone message she left near the end of the episode.
And just to
And then
throw it
she's-
out there, nothing was even mentioned of that phone call on Ravenswood whatsoever. So,
Maybe next week.
maybe. The episodes do take place, Pretty Little Liars and then Ravenswood follows, and I watched them in that order for that reason. And there was no mention of it whatsoever.
Yeah.
I was kind of upset. I figured that's what Ravenswood needs to get in some more stuff, is they need more crossovers, which
More
they've been doing a
tie-ins.
little of. But I was expecting it after watching Pretty Little Liars. I was like, oh, Ravenswood.
If they're gonna say anything, it'll be next week. Being that it was near the end of the episode, if they're kind of acting on the same timelines, Pretty Little Liars, I mean, yeah, of course, Ravenswood airs afterwards, but if they're kind of on the same timelines, like the day goes by at the same rate, then Caleb probably didn't get his message until near the end of Ravenswood or afterwards. Like, it probably wasn't a scene that you would ever see, and then if we're lucky, we might find out next week.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe the episode will open with that.
Maybe.
I don't even know if we're gonna hear from it at all, to be completely honest. But
It's kind of like a done thing now.
yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I liked Caleb and Hannah being together.
I did too. I liked
Even though
their
Hannah's my
couplage.
future ex-girlfriend, but Caleb and Hannah, just the connectivity between them to keep it linked between the two shows was nice. And now that that's gone, I feel like the two shows are gonna drift apart, and we're not gonna get many crossovers anymore.
I hope Travis gets, you know, aced right off the bat. And he gets found out, and Hannah's like, she's gonna break down again because she likes him and wherever. I don't know. She's being stupid, and she's being blonde, and she's being a typical teenage girl.
What do you think of her mother's solution to things? She brings her to like this place where you go throw plates at a wall. Where can I find one of these places?
I said the exact same thing. I'm like, I'm not an angry person, but I want to go throw freaking plates at a wall. Gosh darn it!
Can you do me a favor? Go to the kitchen right now and go get a plate.
No.
Come on.
No.
You do it, I'll do it.
No. We have very limited plates.
That's okay.
No, it's not okay. I don't want to go buy anymore.
I'll buy you one.
No.
No.
Maybe we'll record it in like April or something.
I didn't expect you to throw a plate, but that would have been funny if you did. I would have loved it. That would have been the best.
And then the neighbors would all like come flocking to our door and break it down and be like, "What's going on?"
Then you throw plates at them.
No.
It would be the best. No. So, what's going on with Toby's mother, that whole incident there? There's obviously a lot more to it.
Oh, there's a lot more to it, but I mean, Spencer's probably going to egg it on some more, even though that it's done. Toby signed the agreement. I mean, he's not supposed to talk anymore about it, but I think in Spencer's mind, it's not done. There's links there between Allison and Mrs. De Laurentiis and, Toby's mom's death, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of probably things leading to a activity.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we found out Mrs. De Laurentiis is on the board of trustee for Radley. What do you think that might have something to do with something we were talking about earlier, which was Allison's twin sister possibly being at Radley? Do you think that's leading more to the whole cover-up conspiracy that Allison had a twin?
Yes. Yes. I mean, if she has a twin and her mom is on the trustees, it's such an easy cover-up for her.
And could that patient possibly be Allison's twin that was had to do with Toby's mother's thing? Because remember what the doctor, the crazy, not the well,
he said,
not
"Watch
crazy,
out for the blonde. Stay away from her." Yeah.
Stay away from the blonde.
Mm-hmm.
So that would further support, like, everything is currently thrown in that theory right now. I did read something a little while ago. It was something from a little while ago, I should say, that the actress that plays Allison said that she does not have a twin on the show, but that's not ruling out that somebody on the show may have a twin. So I don't know if they're gonna twist what the book did. If they're going to continue with Allison having a twin, because everything is kind of pointing at that fact right now, and I don't know if they're doing that to throw the people that know the books off, and then plan to go a different direction with it, or if they're leading up to what the books have done.
So what exactly did the actress say?
She said that Allison does not have a twin.
In the show? Or is she saying that she's not playing a twin?
She said she doesn't have one, but this was something from maybe a year ago, so they could have changed their mind on things.
Yeah, they could have changed the script.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What direction do you think? Do you think they're going to go with the twin? Do you think they're going to do something to kind of throw us off?
I think the current Allison is the twin.
Okay, so you're full support that there is a twin version of Allison right now.
There has to be. I mean, it just makes sense that they have to have some sort of similarity to the book, and that's a huge one. That's a huge detail that you can't really ignore.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. So Shauna, Were you thinking this whole time she was Team Allison or Team A?
Team A.
Kind of threw a monkey wrench in that, huh? Even up to the point
Yeah.
where right before Emily had gone in to see Allison, and she drives away, leaving Emily all alone. I was like, oh, that bitch. But then Allison was really in the warehouse.
Yeah.
So I was like, she was telling the truth.
I don't know.
Shauna just keeps surprising me. And then she said that Allison told her to keep an eye on Jenna. So keep your friends close, enemies closer kind of deal. Definitely seems like Allison to me. So
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised at Shauna. I pegged her in the complete wrong direction.
I don't know. I still don't like her. I don't trust her. But I mean, how can you trust anybody in this show? They all seem like they're the bad guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I was surprised the girls were so shocked. They're like, Allison just disappeared. She went down an elevator. Like, what do you mean she disappeared? Have you never seen like giant cargo elevators like that before?
Apparently, they haven't.
They acted like a door closed and then she just vanished.
It's like a magic act.
It was very reminiscent to the scene in Saw
Mhm.
2. I don't know if you Saw 2. I think you stopped at 1, you said. But Saw 2, like, that's how Jigsaw escapes in Saw 2. Like, he has this whole elevator. His room is built in this elevator, and he, like, sneaks away at the end, and they didn't realize that he was sitting in the elevator part of the room. It just looked like another room that he had decorated, and then he hits a button, and the elevator goes down, and he escapes, and they're like, son of a bitch! So, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of that a little bit, but then it was very clear after the fact she escaped, that she escaped in an elevator, and they didn't realize that. I don't know, it just seemed a little weird to me. I don't know.
I really
Jason,
don't have any
the
thoughts
girls,
on that.
the girls
So.
just seem a little too ditzy at times for me.
They
Like
do.
we have Hannah with the gaze bow, and it's just like stuff that actually makes me cringe.
The gaze bow.
The gaze bow. Like, we went into the episode she said it. Like, I can understand if she's reading it and you're ditzy like that, but for you to know, who the hell have you ever heard called something a gaze bow? Right? So, there would be no reason for you to mispronounce it, and you have to be, like, overly, like, ditzy to have everybody around you pronounce it as a gazebo, and then you two still call it a gazebo. So I don't know, that one just I don't even understand that one. But then it's other times like this, like Arya and uh, Spencer seem like the smarter two of the bunch, and
Yeah.
Emily is naive.
She's
And
naive and sporty spice.
yeah, and Hannah is just Hannah.
There's no way to explain that. She's just a Hannah.
She's just Hannah. I I don't even know. Don't even know. So what about Jason, Allison's stepbrother?
Stepbrother.
Is he technically her stepbrother?
Well, same mom, different dad.
Yeah. So,
So it would be step
yeah, okay.
or half.
Half brother. That's it.
Okay.
Yes. Her half brother Jason. We finally found out what was going on, or so we think we found out what's going on between Mr. Hastings and Mrs. De Laurentiis, and they say Jason had a relapse. He's back in rehab. Do you buy this, or do you think they're trying to cover it for him again? Or again, do you think they're trying to cover for him and just use that excuse again? Is what I meant to say.
It makes sense that Jason would be embarrassed and he would want them to cover up for him. But with all this shit going on and Mrs. De Laurentiis having ties with Riley, and then Spencer's dad backing off from Riley, it just there's too many dots, and they're all connecting, and it just doesn't seem like it's going in the right direction, as they say, you know? Like, it doesn't seem as innocent as they claim.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Something's up with Jason. I don't think it's something as simple as rehab. Um, I think he's involved in something. He may be involved with Allison, like tie in with something like that. He may be helping her, maybe looking for her. Um, he may be on A team, not knowing Allison's alive. Uh, don't know. There's a lot of potential we could go with for Jason. We don't know where he actually aligns. So I don't know. But I forgot to ask when we were talking about Allison. Why do you think she trusts Emily and not the rest of the girls?
Well, Allison knows that. Well, I'm pretty sure she assumes that Ezra has something to do with A, and Arya is connected to that. Spencer has tied or is with Toby, who was working for A at one point. Um, and Hannah is just unreliable as far as stability goes. Always has been, from what I've heard from when she was hefty Hannah. Um, she's not the smartest person either. So I mean,
She's not the smartest light bulb in the cran shed.
okay, yeah. Um, I mean, I don't know. It could be the same thing that Spencer was saying, that Allison's working her mind game. She's trying to get the girls to split up and get mad at each other and things like that, which seem to have some sort of workings with between Emily and Spencer at that point. But I don't know. I mean, Emily does seem like the most trusting of the group. I mean, she trusted Spencer, which probably was the
Yeah.
wrong idea. But I mean, Spencer's friend. She wants to.
She also had the deepest connection, I think, with Allison, um, with the whole kiss thing, whatever. So, um, I think she's in love with Allison.
Oh, that's been an obvious thing since we found out that they had some sort
We
of.
knew that she has a crush,
Well,
and
we knew she had a crush, but I mean, as we found out more about her and Allison, it definitely appeared as more than a crush and closer to love.
it even seems like she's getting more and more distant with Paige, which I think we're both excited for, um, because the fact that now she knows Allison's alive, so she hasn't
Mm-hmm.
given up hope on that.
Nope.
And I think that's even more why she's mad at Spencer. So,
The part where they're talking about Paige being on the A team is actually kind of exciting too, because if that's true and they find out, ooh, I'm so excited because Paige is in a world of hurt after that. I mean, she's got to be expecting it.
yeah. I mean, I could totally see Paige being on A team. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, she, Paige, for all we know, could be the one that ran Emily with the car and injured her shoulder in the first place, and
Yep.
did that knowing that if she didn't, then they probably would have went their separate ways.
And then
So
there's also the whole thing with the car in the living room thing too. I mean, Paige could have did that.
could have.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't explain how Paige would have gotten um, Hannah's mom's shoes though to plant at the crime scene, but
Well, Hannah's mom, she just tossed them. If someone's watching
no,
the
but
garbage,
Hannah took them, didn't she?
no,
Hannah's mom
no.
tossed them. I thought Hannah went and got them out of the trash, and I don't know. I don't remember now.
No.
Oh no, Hannah was looking for them, and that's why she ended up finding the gun in the closet because she thought her mom moved the shoes to the closet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, just keep an eye on the garbage, and a pair of dirty shoes goes in there. Pick them out.
That just seems really shady. Just there's a pair of dirty shoes, so let's go take them in case we need them for something.
A is a bunch of shady. It's all about the shady.
Yeah. I don't know. The very last scene we get, we see what appears to be A opening the locker up. It looked like Shauna's locker, ripping up a photo. I think it was of supposed to be Allison and Shauna when they were younger,
Right.
and then burning Shauna's side of the picture. We get a very, very small glimpse of A's nose.
Oh, I didn't
Definitely-
catch that.
Definitely looks like a male. And it's a white person. So that eliminates like 3 people.
Of course.
We're still left in the dark. I don't know. Out of the male suspects that we have left, we have who? We have Ezra,
Ezra Travis.
Travis,
Um,
Jake.
I don't know if Jake's on that train, but I
Don't
mean,
know, but can't completely rule him out yet.
no, we can't completely rule him out. And
I want to
mean,
because of the injury he just received,
yeah,
but just for the sake of whatever, because we can't 100% rule him out. We have him. We have Ezra's friend that owns the cabin,
right.
right? We have
There's so many people he could be. It's
Toby.
crazy.
We have Toby. I don't want to completely rule Toby out either.
Yeah.
Right, so that's 5. And Luke. Was that his name?
Luke.
Lucas?
Lucas. No, it's too tall for Lucas. But yes, he's homeschooling, so he's still around.
I don't know if that guy was too tall for Lucas. I don't know. We haven't seen Lucas in like a season and a half. He's
like
this little young kid in school. He could have grown a little bit.
It's true. I mean, the demographic of guys when they grow is usually from 17 to 21. That's usually when they super shoot up, so to speak. But whatever.
Why are we talking about heroin?
I don't know.
Owl drink to that. Oh, you don't have your owl mug with you?
No.
So
I use both my mugs.
Yeah. So there's probably about like 8 or 9 people we could bring A to. And by process of elimination, I think we get that list down to about 5.
I don't think we can eliminate any one of them.
We could pretty much eliminate Jake at this point.
Yes, because he was in Philly like pretty much the whole time, and he has all those injuries.
I want to eliminate Ezra.
You want to?
I want to eliminate Ezra. You're so on board for Ezra being evil, and I don't think he is.
I don't know.
You'll see. You'll see. When they do this, I'll be like, I told you, Ezra was innocent the whole time.
I don't think he's completely innocent. If he's not A, he's not completely innocent.
Okay, I'll give you that much. He's not completely innocent, but he's not involved in A shenanigans. He's not. I don't care what anybody says. Alright, anyway. Next episode, Bite Your Tongue. It says, Hannah's new interest in crime novels helps her come up with a plan to try and figure out whose body is in Allie's grave. So she still hasn't dropped this theory. Like, she's still going for this. Who... I don't even know. I think A is above me right now. I need to cut holes in the floorboards.
Shove knitting needles through them.
Yeah, exactly. So, alright, so Hannah still hasn't dropped this. So while Hannah's on her hunt, Spencer's working overtime to decipher the stories in Allie's diary. Really? Spencer's working overtime to decipher the story in Allie's diary, which she hopes will reveal the identity of Allie's mystery man. So Spencer's on this wagon too. She's looking for this in a different direction. She's still looking for board shorts. But with both girls hot on the trail, will their work lead them straight into A's path? Meanwhile, Arya is upset with the new friend Mike has made, and Emily's dad is concerned about her behavior. Ooh.
The new friend being Jake? Because
I could totally see that, because doesn't Mike train at Jake's school?
Yes, and no, yes. Mike does train with Jake.
Yes, no,
well,
yes.
I didn't hear it correctly, but now I did. Okay, and then Jake did say that he was going to do anything to make sure that Jake was on the right path. So he's being kind of a mentor kind of thing going on there.
Yeah, and I could see Arya's father being upset about that, or concerned rather.
Emily's dad's concerned about Emily's behavior. Arya's dad has not been in the show for a while.
Yeah, Emily's dad. What is Arya's dad up to? Did he join like some punk rock band with his ear piercing?
No, I think he's just a busy professor and he's teaching people.
He's secretly a punk rock band. Omi, where can the people find you and your punk rock band?
I don't have a punk rock band.
Oh, why not?
I'm not talented like that.
Oh.
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24. LadyVenom24.
You can find me on Twitter at Phenomedom, Phenomedom. And you can find us all, or both, and more, on ASOTV Podcast, on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Gmail.
And more stuff.
Maybe. I don't know. Yes, on those.
On all those.
Yes, on all of those, and not more, currently.
Okay.
So, till next week. See you guys later.
Laters.
We need to start our own punk rock band.
And who would sing you?
No.
Get the cat?
We don't need a singer. I'll just play drums.
That's all you really need for a punk rock band?
Yeah. We don't even need the rest of the instruments.
No.
No guitar, no bass, no piano, no trumpet, no saxophone.
Nope.
What other weird instruments do people use nowadays? Xylophone? Can we start a xylophone punk rock band?
Xylophone?
Yes.
How about a bassoon?
Perfect.
Okay.